Hello, my lovelies. Virgos, this is going to be your July and August monthly reading for the sign Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus of Virgo. Almost said Taurus. We're not to Taurus just yet. Let's see where our focus is. What is our current situation for the next 2 months? Right. Eclipse in Scorpio, 32, regeneration. Stand firm in the eye of a storm. So I'm going to give you the book meaning of these ones so that we get the full picture for our 2 months ahead. All right, eclipse in Scorpio, regeneration. Stand firm in the eye of a storm. A passion or very emotional matter comes full circle. A turning point that can alter the course of your life is in the wings. Let your head do the talking and ensure decisions are guided by your intuition, not your emotions. Avoid hasty and extreme emotional responses. Avoid intrigue, gossip, and drama, or chaos could result. An entirely fresh understanding of life, birth, death, and the transformation inherent in the human journey will become apparent, and you will understand on an instinctive level what must be done. Allow yourself to grieve a passing circumstance. Breathe and let go of matters that no longer serve your higher purpose. You are a spiritual being experiencing the material world. You will learn how to adapt and prevail circumstances. It is your destiny to do so. When you have learned this skill, the necessity for regeneration will become apparent. Believe that you can ride out any storm that blows your way. Your resilience and ability to be practical in the eye of a storm will enable you to prevail against the odds, especially if you avoid deceit, destructive behavior, and negative or explosive emotions. This card can indicate someone who is ultra charismatic, be this yourself or someone you know, and this person is involved in creating long-term change in your circumstances. This change presents as particularly intense, magnetic, chaotic, dramatic, or disruptive. Stand up to disruptions without contributing to drama. If a relationship is challenging, try to be compassionate. Maintain a calm approach to other people's dilemmas and work methodically to bring a new circumstance into being. Slowly the storm will pass and a new beginning will be evident. Avoid being cowed by change, and this can be a card that can also predict an inheritance. So you have a lot of big changes. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, of transformation. And so if you're dealing with a Scorpio, or if you're dealing with things that maybe you're going through some really difficult things over the next 2 months, know that it will pass, that you will get through this, but you need to stay out of the drama and make wise decisions going forward. All right, let's see what we have for your obstacle this month coming up. We're going to do longer readings on the channel, probably from this point forward. And I'm going to be reducing the number of days that I post. I mentioned that before I went on vacation, that I'm definitely dealing with some health stuff. And so just not posting as much content, but still giving you guys your full messages. So let's see, what is our obstacle? YOLO, carpe fucking diem. So this is telling us that we need to live in the moment, that you only live once, and sometimes you need to really seize the day or seize the opportunity. If you're kind of sitting on the back burner all the time and it's like you let opportunities kind of pass you by, then this might be something that you may want to take a little bit of a chance or risk and try something new and step out of your comfort zone. Let's see, what kind of action is needed for you going forward? No limits but the sky and endless possibilities ahead. So this is telling you that you don't have to put a limit on some of these things that you want out of life, that you can actually reach for the sky. And if you fail, well, you'll land among the stars, so not a bad place to be. All right, let's see. What's the potential outcome if we're willing to take a risk and try something new? If I could shuffle today, we'd be in business. Let's see, the moon. So making sure that you're seeing things clearly, making sure that you're not under some sort of illusion, that you're not being tricked by anybody, that this isn't some sort of like deceptive phase, or that nobody's deceiving you, that things are, legitimate, and that you can change things that you want to change. So make sure you know what you're getting into. I feel like that could be really, really important. But there's no limit to how much you can achieve if you're willing to actually reach for the stars and keep going, that there is no limit to how much you can actually achieve. All right, let's see what we have going on for you for love over the next 2 months. What does Virgo need to know? If you guys like this format, let me know. If you're like, hey, we want shorter messages, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it works or not. What do we have for love for Virgos? Attraction. So it's time to do something that you love or something that you want, because you're going to attract the right people under the right circumstances. So if you're following your passions, you're going to end up finding other people who align with that energy. So you'll attract the right type of people. Could be also welcoming in some sort of true love or fairy tale type romance. So you need to keep an open mind, because this person may not be your usual type and expectations, but it does look like you're trying to call in some sort of soulmate interaction or soulmate relationship. Let's see what else we have going on for love. What does Virgo need to know? All right, you could be meeting this person out for coffee. You could be meeting up to kind of savor the moment and enjoy each other. This person may have been watching you from a distance for a while, or vice versa, and they like you. They definitely want to explore where things are kind of going. One of you could be dealing with some sort of heartbreak, so this may come after some sort of ending, and that tells me that you need to be cautious, that you need to also work on healing before you move forward into a new relationship. That's going to be very important. All right, we're going to see how we raise our vibration, our spiritual health. Let's see what we need to know. I'm going to give you the book meaning out of this one as well. I love these messages and feel like I don't always do them justice, so I want to give you guys the full meaning. All right, what do we need to know about our spiritual health? My breath connects me to life. I am fulfilled by love, and the world is blessed to have you. Let's see what we have for these. All right, my breath connects me to life. In Yogic teachings, breath is known as prana, which is another word for life force. The ancient yogis saw no distinction between breath and life force, and today the universe is encouraging you to tune into the power of your breath. We breathe without thinking, and yet when things get tense or overwhelming, there's a good chance that we deprive ourselves of what we need most: air. Air holds the life force of the universe, and when we become aware of our connection to it, we create a pathway to guidance, support, and even abundance. Today, you are being guided to take more breathing space in your life. When too many things are piled onto your schedule, your breath can become shallow, your energy can be spread thin, and eventually you can feel drained. So take note of your breath. For if you are holding it, restricting it while doing tasks in your daily life, know that that's not fully in alignment with your being. You weren't born to live with a half full cup. You are here to breathe with ease and live a life that is full of purpose, connection, and enjoyment. So today, your vibe: I take the time I need to breathe. So some breath work could be needed, some meditation, things like that. Sometimes we just don't realize how much we need to move the energy. And so deep breathing is going to allow us to move that energy, especially if it's stuck, stagnant, especially if you're dealing with negative emotions. You're moving that energy and opening up those chakras. I am fulfilled by love. When you pick this card, there's a good chance that you've experienced fear, separation, and heartache in this lifetime. Somewhere in your past, you've been made to feel that you have to fight to be loved or prove your worthiness to receive the acceptance of others. In the past, this has encouraged you to close off and shield yourself from possible hurt. For a long time, you've spent time and energy revisiting the old wounds in an effort to build yourself back up and to move forward into a new experience. You are now at a critical point on your spiritual journey where you have realized that love isn't something that you have to work for or search for, but your divine inheritance. You have recognized that it doesn't just come through relationships or external experiences, but that this is your natural state of being. Now you are realizing that fulfillment doesn't come through anything external either, but the recognition that you are a spark of magnificence from the heart of the universe. You are part of the bigger picture. You are love embodied. I am fulfilled by love because love is who I am. So if you're not feeling that, you really need to kind of understand why. If you have walls up, if you've been hurt before, again, deep breathing is going to help move that energy through. But you need to be fulfilled by love because we're here to embody love and to give that freely, not only to ourselves, but to other people. The world is blessed to have you. You are a blessing to the world, seriously. You may not realize how much joy and light that you bring, so today the universe is reminding you of it. When this card comes to you, the universe is acknowledging that during your personal journey, you have surmounted challenges, healed wounds, and become the brightest, most light-filled being that you have ever been. This is huge. You have every right to be here on the planet, and you have every right to live in the most authentic way possible. Excuse me. Don't hold back. Express yourself, for when you authentically embody your whole self, you feel safe in your own skin. Excuse me. Sorry. You feel safe in your own skin, and the earth becomes a safer place to be. For the steps that you are taking to claim your own healing and safety are radiating from you into the world. Realize the blessing that you are, and if you have ever felt like a burden, know that this is not your truth. The world is blessed to have you. Your vibe. My presence is a blessing. So, a lot of us get to a point in life where sometimes we feel like unseen. We feel like the world doesn't notice us, like we're just another cog in the machine, and that's not the case. We are supposed to be unique. We all have a purpose here, and I always say if God woke you up today, your purpose isn't finished, so you've got to keep going. So even if you're unsure of what that is, know that you're here to be happy, fulfilled, loved, to give love, and find your purpose. So those are some vibes that we can definitely change. Breathwork's going to be big, feeling that you're filled up with love and that knowing that you are a blessing to the rest of the world. Let's see, what are we doing next? All right, so here we go. I have a million decks out. So we're going to see what our wealth is that's coming in for us in the next 2 months. What's affecting our wealth, our finances. What messages do we need for Virgo? There we go. All right, so Knight of Wands. So this is something where following your passions could really pay off. I also feel like some sort of important letter could be coming that could definitely change your finances for the better. So maybe it's some sort of official document, maybe it's some sort of pay raise, something like that, but definitely coming in quickly. And Queen of Wands, excuse me. So this is an indication that following our passions is going to be critical for us to actually go forward. So being positive, very outspoken, having like a fiery nature about yourself. What else do we need to know for wealth? That's going to help you to stop juggling things. And that might be something you're struggling with at the current time, is that there's a lot of confusion about money, or you're having to juggle situations or ideas around to try and find the balance. So the Two of Pentacles tells you that eventually we have to make a decision because we won't be able to juggle forever. Page of Swords. So this is really telling us we have to be cautious of who's around us, that we also want to make sure that we are being cautious with who we tell. Like if we come into a large sum of money, we don't want to advertise that to everybody because not everyone has your best interests at heart. And this is a lot of spying or deceptive energy where you feel like you're constantly having to look over your shoulder. Eliminate that from your life. It's not healthy. We've also been in very stuck, stagnant energy, but I feel like that starts to really break loose and change because we have the Knight of Wands, which is a lot of quick moving energy. So we're going to need to be stronger in ourselves. After a lot of deliberating and delays in our life, we have to come to some sort of conclusion of what we want to do. So what is our destiny for the next 2 months? All right, so there are blessings coming in for your wealth and abundance, and it does come in quickly. The Ace of Coins is a gift from the divine, so it's more than enough to cover your needs, and sometimes it comes unexpectedly. So this could be an investment that pays off. It could also be something that's a new opportunity. Could also be some sort of wish fulfillment coming in. This is Aquarius energy with the star. This is keeping hope alive that things can change. And I feel like following your passions is really going to help you to see that you need to keep going after your dreams and your goals, that this is part of your destiny, and that this is something that can happen. So you have to stay positive. You may be traveling, moving, relocating, but you're getting out of the conflict and chaos into calmer waters. And it gives you a reason to celebrate these things that are coming in, and it definitely comes quickly. Could also be dealing with a fire sign, an air sign, or a water sign. All right, let's see. What do we have for your spiritual health? What do we need to know? What signs, symbols, or synchronicities are coming for the Virgos? And I apologize, I've got terrible allergies right now, so I may sneeze some more times in your video. Hopefully not. That was very unexpected. All right, what do we need to know for Virgos? Earth. So Earth energy, Virgo energy. So this is connecting to Mother Earth, breath work, creativity, nourishment, and the Great Mother. So maybe you are a mother. Maybe this is something where you need to ground and earth your energies more. Could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn as well. All right, incense. So this is telling us it's time to clear our energy. I feel like because it's very stuck and stagnant that we need to move that energy. Would also be air energy with the smoke and the incense there. So energy cleanse, meditate, breathe, peace, calm your mind and body. We're trying to find our peaceful energy, the aura. So this is the energy that you're putting off, the atmosphere or the energy that surrounds you, and you might need to change that. Or if the energy isn't good around you, I feel like you're making changes. Tree of life, as above, so below, everything is connecting heaven and earth. So it's balance. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is that you need some more balance in your life. Maybe the financial stuff is really what the issue is, but I see that that starts to actually change. All right, we're going to move to our shadow work. We're going to see what we need to know for our shadow side over the next 2 months. What does Virgo need to know? All right, let's see, the Eight of Cups. So there is something you need to walk away from that for whatever reason you are hesitating to do so. King of Wands. This is somebody that's a little overbearing or kind of controlling, possessive when it's in the shadow side. So the King of Wands is very passionate, very driven, and outspoken. He can also be kind of overbearing, arrogant, conceited energy. So we want to be careful about people like that in our life. Yeah, there's some things that need to change. The shadow side, we're avoiding a major disaster. Just trying to see what energy I'm picking up from the cards today. I feel like this is some things that you need to really be careful of, that you're avoiding disasters. There's like three, they look like a little ghost down here. I don't even know if that shows up. Three little like ghosts down here. So I almost feel like you need to kind of go into hermit mode and work on these issues in your life. If you're dealing with heartbreak from a love relationship, work on that. If you're going through some sort of storm, work on that. If you're trying to focus on other goals, financial goals, work on that. And sometimes we need to move in silence. So kind of go into a ghost mode or a shadow mode. All right, so someone's hesitating to take a leap of faith somewhere, and I feel like they're telling me the first step could be a doozy. So you need to really be careful what you're getting involved with. He's ready to just kind of take that next step and fall off a cliff. So you don't want to do that. You want to be able to be careful. All right, we're really starting to be able to get out of the mindset of overthinking, letting go of the anxiety, and that comes with leaving the toxicity behind. And then you feel like you missed out on some sort of opportunity with your finances, but you won't. Anything that's meant for you is going to either circle around, and I love that this is the snake that's like eating itself, circling back and forth for infinity. It's going to be infinite. Whatever this is that you need to come in, this blessing that you need to come in, it's going to circle back around. It will come back around because it's meant for you. The Eight of Coins. So be willing to do the hard work in order to actually make some forward progress. And if you're not putting forth your best effort, that's going to need to change. You may have manifested these changes. Remember that you're the alchemist. You hold all the tools at your disposal to change things in your life. So if you don't like the way that things are going, you have the ability to change those. All right, how do we reconcile this? What else do we need to know from our shadow work? There it is. All right, so we're getting the clarity that we need so we can get out of our head and stop overthinking and see what it is that we need to leave behind. We definitely have the opportunity for love and commitment coming in. Could be marriage for some of you. This also comes out in the category with true love, a fairy tale type romance. So you could be meeting somebody new in the next few months after a very long period of waiting. I feel like things just weren't aligned yet. And I feel like you need to really keep an open mind in order to get there. And then we have some sort of heavy burden that has to be released. I feel like it could be a job for some. For others, I feel like it could be a relationship that's not working. But this is something where there's been a lot of spying or deception. There's been a lot of backstabbing and betrayal. And so we need to really release that. All right, Knight of Wands again. So things are starting to really change quickly. The clarity comes quickly. And then we need to make a decision about our future and what does that look like? Do we want union? We have two twos back to back, so 22 could be significant. We have the King of Swords. Watch out for bosses or authority figures. They could be a little bit abrasive or hard to deal with. And you're going to have a lot of options when it comes to love, so always advise that you choose wisely. It does look like one person wants commitment. You might be closing out a chapter and starting something with somebody new. So let's see what kind of timing we have for this reading. What do we need to know? It's worth the wait, so don't rush perfection. That's going to be important. 777, energetic alignment with the universe, blessings, miracles, good luck with money. It's time to thank the universe for your blessings. And you do have the Ace of Pentacles, so that definitely says that more money's coming. 666, find the balance in your finances, victory, and balance all parts of your life. So no matter where the balance is needed, that's important. So you might need some shadow work in order to figure these things out. The past could also be returning, past memories, past people, but definitely some things that you're starting to recall about the past. Watch out, some haters are lurking and what you post online, so be very careful. We also had the Page of Swords, which is spying energy. Things are shifting in the right direction, so they're starting to transform. And summertime, so current timing, June, July, and August, and we are reading for July and August. So these will definitely start to transform in that time period. So you need to do it and go after what you want out of life. But you think something's impossible. Remember, we have the magician in the shadow, and I said you have all the tools that you need in order to transform your situation. It may still take a while, so pack a lunch maybe, and you need a break, so make rest a priority because burnout is very real. It will happen in divine timing, so it's something that's up to God, and you can't rush that process. Remember, things have been delayed, but it is not a denial. So that really means that things are transforming, but they're not ready yet. It's almost like, when someone's pregnant, you don't want to rush that, right? The baby needs that full 9 months to really develop and be healthy. So we want it to kind of incubate, let it keep cooking until it's done. You don't want something that isn't quite ready. You don't want to rush the process. So that's what I have for your next 2 months. We're going to do some different readings on the channel over the next couple of weeks, but this is something that I wanted to get out. Normally they would be out by the 1st, but I was on vacation. So we're back now. We're going to get back into some sort of normal routine. Hope it helps, guys. We'll see you soon.